They are at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the world of startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Hello everyone, this is the world of startups. Make yourselves comfortable and get ready to get the hottest and most recent news about information technologies brought to you by our team. I'm Jibek. Watch on this edition of the program. Tech Garden Fest 2015. The views about the event expressed by a startup, an investor and a passerby. Mobile application Touchka makes it easier for passengers to get into a taxi without having to phone a taxi service. Our correspondents have a close look at the mobile app in the review.
Идея «Стартап Капитал». Именно под таким девизом в Алматы проходил...
The idea of a startup capital was the motto of the main IT event of the year held in Almaty, Tech Garden Fest 2015. 700 startups from different regions of Kazakhstan did their best to present their projects and prototypes, but only 30 of them managed to get the profit from their ideas. These lucky ones shared the whole prize fund of $165,000. The event scale impressed our correspondents. During the 2 days of the fair, walking past booths and presentations, we found out what different people who were interested in different things and were not disappointed they were attending it think of this technological garden. Find out about their views in the upcoming special report.
Что именно, вы узнаете из нашего специального репортажа.
The Tech Garden event has attracted different people, from investors to accidental and curious visitors. Asela Dilbaeva is a third-year student at KIMAP who cannot call herself an IT expert. She has come to the exhibition to learn how to operate quadrocopters. So the specially equipped drone zone is the first thing she wants to see here. I have come to the Tech Garden Festival at KIMAP to see technologies in action. This will be my first attempt to operate a quadrocopter. Let's see how it goes.
Будет мое первое управление квадрокоптером, и посмотрим, что из этого выйдет.
After experimenting with different kinds of quadrocopter remote controls, Asel realizes that despite the many types of them, all of them work on the same principle. Each joystick is equipped with at least 2 levers to orientate the quadrocopter in the air, to be more exact, along the 3 coordinate systems and their rotation. I can see that if I move the joystick far right or left, the object won't move rapidly and won't crash either. It will move smoothly in the air, so it's not scary at all. Unlike Asel, Richard Whale isn't interested in multicopters. It's innovations in the oil industry and oil refining that attracted the American investor to this IT event.
Just walking through the show, the polymer technology that has been developed using polysaccharides for extraction of oil, I thought was quite interesting. And just now, speaking with the gentleman about his probiotics used for both food and air purification is interesting. Probiotics has become a huge market in the United States.
Among the winners of Tech Garden, there are projects that may make Richard interested. For example, in section The Safe and Green City, one of the winners is a project for refining and reusing oil products. And in the category The Smart Industry and Infrastructure, he was attracted by the eco-green technology for petrol station reservoirs.
So, for example, one of the companies that we're working with has analytical technique where they look at isotopes in gas. It allows you to get a better model as to whether you're going to find oil when you drill an exploration well, just as one example. It has lots of applications outside of oil and gas, but within oil and gas itself, it's incredibly valuable. And so we've already started negotiations with one of the oil majors to provide analyses to them.
This non-pilot plane has become the center of our attention for a good reason. It was designed and constructed by Kazakhstani startups. We decided to make the report about them before the following happened one evening. Therefore, just half a day prior to the award ceremony, the young innovators told us about the advantages of their plane. Non-pilot aviation complex Sunkar 4M is a self-sufficient and well-planned project for monitoring the intended area for 24 hours. This flying object has already been used by the Municipal Department of Emergency Situations in Almaty, as well as for controlling and surveillance of the borders of the Republic of Kazakhstan. The wings of Sunkar are made of special wood called balsa, used in aviation. Among other materials used when creating the plane were composite materials such as carbon and glass fiber. Their combination makes it possible to meet the criteria necessary for the plane. The maximum distance for the light non-pilot plane is 60 kilometers. The time spent in flight is from 2 to 2.5 hours. The plane has a capacity to increase the speed from 15 to 80 kilometers an hour. Here we control the flights. That is, we program the points in the area to cover for the plane, where it should fly and what areas need to be taken photographs of. Also here, some other parameters are reflected, such as the state of the battery, the flight duration and other variables of the normal plane. This team, like the other participants we interviewed, have not been disappointed with the Tech Garden Fest either. The money they have earned at the festival will help the young engineers to develop their non-pilot plane. They are planning to enhance the plane's electronics, soft and its lifting capacity. To realize the project, the team needs $60,000. This money will be enough to build the flying apparatus that will be compared to that of made by the world-leading manufacturers by its characteristics. The taxi market in Kazakhstan is one of the most lucrative ones for developers of mobile technologies. Uber hasn't arrived here yet, and Russian and Kazakhstani services cannot win the hearts of our users. However, not all the market players have given up. For example, the Touchka mobile app has been in the business for a year in Kazakhstan. Our correspondents have found out about its advantages over its rivals. Touchka is a mobile app that allows passengers to find a car driver who will agree to give them a lift. One can make a request for the service on the source. The application uses software that directs the nearest licensed car driver to a passenger. Passengers can pay both in cash and by credit card. The latter is possible through an account that the user opens. The tariff is formed from kilometers the passenger covers in the service car. Our correspondents have prepared a report from the platform of the Internet Avenue. On our mobile app, you can find a car driver willing to give you a ride within your proximity in the real time by just hitting one button. You will see where the driver is and the make of his or her car. On top of that, the user doesn't have to phone an operator. Another advantage of this app is that any user can calculate the cost of the trip themselves or make a request in advance, specifying their destination. The driver's history of trips is also open to anyone, as well as statistics and rankings. For us, it is of utmost importance that we offer a service of a good quality to the general public and which is understandable and easy to use. Anyone can book a taxi through the app. The driver arrives at the place in a clean car and should be polite to the passenger. The drivers who work for us have all the necessary documents. The first company with such a concept was Uber, that was set up in the US in 2009. A little later, Get Taxi was founded in Israel. Having studied the Central Asian market, a startup from Kazakhstan started a similar business last year. Today, the service is available in Almaty and Astana, and there are more than 500 car drivers working for it. I'm afraid that's all we've got for today. Follow us on our pages on vk.com and Facebook, and you will learn about a wealth of useful information there. I'm Serikakishev, and you've been watching The World of Startups. Goodbye.
Kazakh TV.